It's wrap it up time. My name is Nonka Molokini, and it's so good to be back with you in a new and fresh week. I hope that you've been safe, you enjoyed your weekend, and you are wearing your mask in every public place that you go to, as well as making sure that you wash your hands regularly with water and soap or a sanitizer, and that most importantly, you are keeping it together. Yes, we are in a difficult time, but you and I together, we can beat this pandemic as long as we play our part. Now, you're about to hear a wrap up of the past week's most trending news stories. Now, in case you missed it, we saw the week starting off with the Mineral Resources and Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe and his wife being diagnosed with COVID-19. The minister had to remain in hospital while the wife had to self-quarantine at home, and Parliament confirmed as of yesterday that the minister is officially discharged from hospital and he's recovering safely at home. And we wish them both a speedily recovery. We also saw the struggle stalwart and only Rivonia trialist Baba Andrew Mlangeni passing away in hospital after a long illness at the age of 95. A man synonymous with the word integrity, and that's what echoed even at the memorial service and the funeral service. He has been buried next to his wife at the Roodepoort Cemetery. May his soul rest in peace. We also saw prisoners from Malmesbury Prison back in Western Cape escaping during lunchtime. About 69 of them were being served by officials when 61 of them overpowered the officials and actually escaped. And the whole police force was called on the scene to actually arrest all of them. And even detectives were on foot and some were in vehicles to make sure that all the 61 prisoners that escaped get back inside, and they were all rearrested. And imagine, these are prisoners that are still awaiting trial, so you can imagine that their cases and judgments are going to be even heavier, and their sentences maybe probably even longer. It was so funny when I saw those videos on social media that went viral of those prisoners escaping. They were just running aimlessly everywhere, and you could see it's like there were kids that were hearing the bell ring at school for break, and then they just ran out without any aim of where they were going. It was really, really funny, but hey, that's South Africa for you. We also saw the President, Cyril Ramaphosa, announcing that all public schools are going to be closed for about a month, and that the matriculant teachers and learners are going to rest for a week and return back to school on the 3rd of August, and grade 7 learners and teachers are going to join them a week later. I was rather disturbed by the President saying that public schools can continue with academic classes, and I was wondering, but why? Because, you know, the number of infections is at its highest. We are at the peak, and the numbers are increasing like nobody's business. Infections and death rates. I would rather all schools close down and we just observe how this pandemic is going on, because I really didn't understand what sense is there. But nonetheless, you know, that's the decision that the President has made. I want to know what you think of that. You can give your opinions in the comment section below. We also saw the Police Minister Bheki Cele budgeting 3.7 billion rands towards gender-based violence, and he stated that gender-based violence should be a priority in our country, and I couldn't agree with him more. He's actually doing more than what the naysayers are doing. He's actually acting on his words, and it is a crisis. And yeah, kudos to the minister for budgeting that money for gender-based violence. It is a crisis. It needs attention. Another trending story we saw is of the famous DJ, the 947 DJ Fresh, being called a rapist by the poet and singer Ntsiki Maswai, and he didn't have any of that. He took her straight to court, and the High Court in Johannesburg ordered that she does not say anything to him or about him or text anything ever since this accusations. And even the lawyers were saying that you don't just call somebody a rapist. She actually retracted her words and apologized to DJ Fresh. And I agree with the lawyers. You don't just call somebody a rapist unless you have substantial evidence. I mean, it's not only derogatory, but it's also defamation of character. I would have done the same thing if I was DJ Fresh. I mean, I would have taken you straight to court. I mean, being a public figure and having to be tainted with a term of being a rapist is really, really serious. It can damage your career as well as your life. So kudos to him for actually acting against what she said. If you don't have evidence, don't go around accusing people that they're rapists. That's just my opinion. You can give your opinion also in the comment section below. We also saw the murder trial of the late Tshegofatso Pule being postponed for further investigation until the 29th of September. And the man charged with her murder appeared in the Roodepoort Magistrates Court. And apparently he was offered 70,000 rand for her murder. 70,000 rand for a life. No money in the world can ever be enough for somebody's life. The 28-year-old was stabbed and found hanging on a tree about a month ago, and she was laid to rest. One of the most heart-wrenching gender-based violence cases and murders that we've seen in the year 2020. May her soul rest in peace. We also saw data showing further afield in London, the AstraZeneca's experimental COVID-19 vaccine proved to be safe, and it produced an immune response in over 1,000 participants. And even scientists from Britain's University of Oxford said that they hope that the immune system will remember the virus. But between you and me, I don't trust it. The fact that scientists believe, they hope, that's all they can lean on, hope, and not really substantial evidence that it does work. Yes, it's been proven to be safe and it's promising, but for them to hope, I have some questions regarding that. But nonetheless, do you think we are getting closer to getting a COVID-19 vaccine? Will we ever get a verified COVID-19 vaccine? Give your views in the comment section below. Last but not least, we saw the hashtag Jerusalem Dance Challenge happening in various countries in the world, and France was among them, and it was trending over the weekend, where we saw health workers dancing to the song. And I actually got to see different videos from different countries, and it was really amazing. The France one was more like the robotic one, you know, like we are soldiers, and then there's a South African one where we are jamming in our style, you know how we Africans do it. And even the Department of Sports, Art and Culture congratulated Master KG on actually going viral worldwide, and also reaching that 50 million mark of viewers on YouTube. So congratulations to Master KG. It's your season, and bask in it, honey. Bask in it. We celebrate you, and your music is healing us in this pandemic during a time such as this. Well, that's a wrap up of all the news stories that I had for you this week. I'll be back again next week for another dose of Wrap It Up. Continue to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel. It's been great. Enjoy your week. Shop, shop.